Namaskar. On the third day of online teaching, on the first day and second day of English, I tried to teach you about transformations. And on the third day, I am here to teach you about translation. Though it is not in your grid, not in your course, but being the students of English subject, it is very important, significant for you to learn so that you can enrich your speaking power, writing power, listening power, understanding power, and your creative power. And translations, generally we say anubad. Why I am here to teach you about the translations? Because we are Nepali. Nepali is our national language. But you can see today, either in government sector, private sector, wherever you go, maximum, optimum English language is used. Today, if you are playing with the mobile, if you know Nepali language, I am not sure that you can play it well. Play it well means what? That even you cannot make it start also. But if you know English, within half an hour, 1.5 hour, you can play it nicely. Because maximum languages, maximum functions, activities are found in English. Next one, why it is important? Generally translation, because we commit unimaginable mistakes while speaking, while writing. Though we have a concept that we are speaking, we are writing absolutely correct, but from the viewpoint of grammar, our language is found very poor. There is a big difference between Nepali and English. Why? Because what mistake we commit in Nepali, that is seen immediately because we understand it well. But same mistake we commit in English, we do in English, but still we say that I spoke very well, I wrote very well, but still the teacher did not check my answer sheet nicely, so he gave me the poor marks. But have you ever thought why he gave you the poor marks, he or she? Why you are feeling that your copy, your answer sheet has not been well checked? That is due to common errors. And what are the common errors? Why the translation is important? Why you need it? I am going to teach you about this. Only then you can feel why you need it, why you need to learn it, why though it is not in your course, though that is not in your grid, but you need to learn. Before starting, you listen to examples that will make very clear for you. Hari bhat khadaicha. This is a sentence. And you are asked to translate into English. Then as many heads, so many answers. Some of the students used to say, Hari is eating rice. It's okay. Some of them used to say, Hari has eaten rice. Some of them used to say that Hari eats rice. Some of them used to say, Hari has been eating rice for half an hour. Yeah, your sentence is correct. Sentence is not wrong. But according to your question, your answer is not correct. Only one answer is right between four of them. That's why about translation, you have to study particularly three matters. First, tense. Second, aspects. And third, structures, which are very important for you to make your English impressive. Tense, generally, you know, in Nepali, three. Tense means kal, and kal, that is in Nepali 3. But at present time in Nepali it is used to say that only 2 tense, bhut and abhut. But in English there is no relation with bhut and abhut. From the viewpoint of English, generally you can study 3 tense: present, past, future. But why I have written here in Nepali? Because I want to make it clear, my dear student, that whatever the sentence you are about to speak, about to translate, or about to write, before writing, before speaking, before telling, you be clear the given sentence is in which tense. Either that is in past tense, or present tense, or in future tense. Because till the time you are not clear about the tense, how can you reach to the right answer? Generally, you might have suffered a lot problem while answering whenever the seen or unseen texts are asked, are given in front of you, are given in your question paper, and 4 or 5 questions are asked with you, and you are asked about that questions to answer, and you are about to answer also. But your question says that what does she eat? Then what you say? She eat, she ate, she has eaten, but you don't write she eats. Why? Because that is your common errors. Likewise, same mistake is found if we don't make, is found if we don't make well judgment about the tense. That's why I have written here some clues. Any sentence that you are about to translate or about to speak or express in English, at first you go and read and watch the last part of the sentence, whether that is past or present or future. And to make well judgment, at last if you find cha, chau, chan, chas, ho, hum, hum, and parcha. Though I have written limited words here, but likewise, cha, chau, chan, chas, ho, hum, hum, parcha, lekcha, आउँछ जान्छ सुत्छ आउनु हुन्छ पढ्नु हुन्छ लेख्नु हुन्छ खान्छौं पढ्छौं सुत्छौं etc. Whatever you know, the verbs are found like this at the last part of the sentence, that is called present or vartaman kal. Whereas if you see थियो, थिए, थिस, थिन, खायो, गए, आयो, आउनु भयो, खानु भयो, लेख्नु भयो, सुत्नु भयो, if you find such types of verbs at the last part of the sentence, then you be clear, you be very obvious that that sentence is in past tense. Likewise, if there is nature, nechu, necho, nechan, nechin, nechong, nechas, the last part of the sentence, that is the future one. For example, Hari pustak padhai thiyo. In the given sentence, there is थियो at last. That थियो shows it is in past tense. मेरो बुवा बिरामी हुनुहुन्छ. हुनुहुन्छ is at last. That shows it is present tense. तपाईहरु अल्छी हुनुहुन्छ. That shows हुनुहुन्छ at last. That shows present tense. उहाँ भोलि काठमाडौँ जानु हुनेछ. There is हुनेछ. That means that shows present tense. But sometimes you may get confusion. If the sentences are directly into affirmative, I mean sakaratmak, then you can easily make the judgment this is in past tense or present tense or future tense. But sometimes the sentences may be there in negative form, I mean nakaratmak roop, or sometimes may be interrogative form, I mean prashnavachak. So at that times, if we get problem, any hesitations while making the well judgment about the tense, for a while you change that sentence directly into affirmative, I mean sakaratmak, easily you can reach to the answer. How? Just listen here. म घर जान्न. If the sentence is म घर जान्न, till the time there was jancha, you can easily make judgment that yes, it is in present tense. But if there is म घर जान्न, that means there is janna. Janna I have not written here. That's why you may feel problem. That's how to make well judgment in which tense it is. So for a while you change that sentence into affirmative. I mean janna comes from where? Jancha. Means janna is negative of jancha. That's why it is in present tense. Likewise, similarly, के तपाईहरु ढिलो आउनु हुन्, के तपाईहरु भोलि आउनु हुनेछ. अब उहाँहरु भोलि आउनु हुन्छ कि आउनु हुन्न, that is their problem. But the sentence is के तपाईहरु भोलि आउनु हुनेछ. It shows that के means that is at first and there is a question mark. Why? Because it is into interrogative. So for a while you forget के तपाईहरु भोलि आउनु हुनेछ. That nature shows it is in future tense. That's why before translating, before making powerful sentence or correct sentence, at first you judge about the tense. And to make the well judgment about the tense, simply these are the clues. That last part of the sentence, make the judgment about the tense. And then after the well decision decision taking about the tense, you can come to the aspects. Aspects, simply we say in Nepali, pakshaharu. So aspects pakshaharu, that is simply 4 types in English. Simple, that means samanya. Continuous, apura. Perfect, that means pura. Perfect continuous means pura tatha apura. So simple, samanya, continuous, apura, perfect, pura, perfect continuous, pura tatha apura. For this, after making the right decision about the tense, get one step ahead. I will try to show you through examples also, but at first you listen the rules only. One step ahead you get. Then there you may see raheko, raheka, raheka, tai or dai. As it is, no comparison with Nepali Vyakaran. Because if you try to compare with Nepali Vyakaran, I am sure that you will get in confusion. You are here. This is the easy techniques I am telling you only. As it is, you watch there. If there is raheko, raheki, raheka, tai dai in the sentence, you be clear that is continuous, I mean apura aspect. If there is no raheko, raheka, raheki, tai dai, then there may be either eko or eki or eka or sakeko, sakeka, sakeki. As it is in the sentence, and that is the perfect, I mean pura. Similarly, if there is nishchit or anishchit samay, I mean certain or uncertain time plus raheko, raheka, raheki, tai dai. Certain time means 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 hours, 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years. So this is a certain time. And uncertain time means few hours, few minutes, few days, few weeks. That is uncertain. Few minutes means that maybe 1 minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So that is uncertain. So I mean to say certain or uncertain time plus raheko, raheka, raheki, tai dai. If there is in the sentence, then you declare that is in perfect continuous tense. If you don't find either raheko, raheka, raheki, tai dai or eko, eka, eki or sakeko, sakeka, sakeki or certain or uncertain time plus raheko, raheka, raheki, tai dai, then for all, if you don't find any clues likewise like this, then you be clear those left sentences are in simple aspect. There is only one difference between continuous and perfect continuous. Continuous only raheko, raheka, raheki, tai dai, but perfect continuous certain uncertain time plus raheko. It means if there is time plus raheko, raheka, raheki, tai dai. Perfect continuous, no time, only raheko, raheka, raheki, tai dai, and that is continuous. In next word you can make it clear that perfect continuous means any action that has been started, some action, some work of that action has been completed and left is still running. For example, Ram 5 minute देखि भात खाँदैछ. This is the example. Ram 5 minute देखि भात खाँदैछ. It shows that 5 minutes taking meal action has been completed. Work has been completed, but still eating action is running. So 5 minutes over and left action is running. That shows perfect continuous. It means that once again, some part of action completed and left part is running. That is called perfect continuous. And third, first we be clear about the tense and then aspects, and after that structures. Totally there are total structures. This is not the all, only related with the tense and aspects. There are so many, near about more than 100 structures are there, but related to the tense, only 12 structures. 4 for present, simply 4 for past, and 4 structures for future. And whenever the students are asked inside the class or somewhere else, that's how many tenses are there, generally they used to say 12. How 12? Because they include the aspects also, but there is nothing like that. Every tense has 4 aspects, either present or past or the future. So 3 into 4 is equal to 12. In this way 12 structure comes. So here the structures for the present tense, simple present, that means subject plus verb 1 or verb 5 plus subject. Present continuous, subject plus is-a-man plus verb 4 plus subject. Present perfect means subject has have plus verb 3 plus subject. Likewise, For present perfect continuous tense, subject has or have plus been plus verb 4 plus subject. Likewise for the past, simple past, subject V2 plus object. For past continuous, subject plus was were plus verb 4 plus subject. Likewise for past perfect, yes plus had plus verb 3 plus object. For past perfect continuous tense, subject plus had plus been plus verb 4 plus object. Similarly for the future, simple future, subject will shall plus verb 1 plus object. For future continuous, subject will shall be plus verb 4 plus subject. Likewise for future perfect, subject plus will shall have plus verb 3 plus object. For future perfect continuous tense, subject plus will shall have been plus verb 4 plus object. So totally from the viewpoint of translations, you have to keep tense, aspects and structures in your mind. Only then you can reach to the right translation. Now let me show you that how to implement all these three rules: tense, aspects and structures. You can be clear with these examples, and before giving you example, I want to say one more thing about the verb, because mostly, though you might have been studied or you might have been taught in class 7, 6, even 4, because nowadays forms of verbs are taught from class 2 or 3. So there should not be any confusion. Still, if you have confusion, if you get little bit problems while understanding verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, so better you may consult your grammar books, or you may have some, you can say, compositions books, or you may have some, you can say that the guidance from your teachers. Anyways, except that I have one clues that I want to share with you. To make the well judgment about the verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, verb 4, verb 5, you must be very clear about two things. That is transitive and intransitive verb, and second one is strong and weak verb. It will support you to find out the answer. Transitive and intransitive verb, that is very, very important from the viewpoint of voice and from the viewpoint of forms of the verbs. There are so many verbs in the world, it's not possible for us to count because innumerable. According to our needs, according to our necessity, we try to have it. But transitive and intransitive shows that there are some verbs that requires an object to give the complete sense. Some verbs that requires an object to give the complete sense, that is called transitive verb. Whereas intransitive verb means some verbs that doesn't need any object to give the complete sense, that's called the intransitive verb. In Nepali it is said that sakarmak and akarmak kriya means the verb that needs object, I mean karma, ko avshekta, that means that fill the needs of object, that is transitive, and that does not feel the need of an object to give the meaning, that is intransitive. Whereas strong and weak verb, so you may get big confusion. What is strong and weak verb? The verbs are not going to fight with each other still. Why they are weak or they are strong? As I told you, from the viewpoint of form of the verbs, there are some verbs, generally some verbs whose verb 1, verb 2 and verb 3. For the verb 4 and 5 we cannot count, because verb 5 means, I told you while teaching about the transformations, that totally 5 from verb 3 or verb 4 always comes with the helping verb. That's why here verb 4 and verb 5 you have no need to learn from your teachers, from the book. Why? Verb 4 means any verb 1 where you write ing, that automatically becomes verb 4. And verb 5 means either yes or es or es, that is verb 5. And one more you can say, have the clues, that's any verbs of the words wherever you find yes, es, ies, that is always taken as a singular verb, and singular verb means verb 5. So verb 4 means ing, verb 5 means yes, es, is with the verb. So done. So About verb 4 and verb 5 we don't think. Now come to the point, verb 1, verb 2 and verb 3. So though there are V1, V2, verb 3, but still in those verbs, some verbs forms first, second, third is found completely different. Like go, went, gone. Go is verb 1, went is verb 2 and gone is verb 3. So V1, V2, V3 is completely different. Similarly, speak, spoke, spoken. They are also completely different. But some verbs whose 2 forms or 3 forms are same. Like tell, told, told. Here V2 and V3 is same. Similarly, make, made. V1 is different, but V2 and V3 is same. But there are another verb like cut, shut, shut. Read. Here 3 forms are same. So I mean to say that whose 3 forms, those verbs whose 3 forms are completely different, they are taken as a strong verb, and whose 2 or 3 forms are same, that is known as a weak verb. And I am sure that the transitive, intransitive, strong and weak verbs, these clues only may support you to be clear about the V2, V3 and V1. And about verb 4, verb 5, no need to consult, because I told you ing means verb 4 and es means verb 5. And now let me show you 2 examples. Ramu पुस्तक किनिसकेको थियो. As I told you, tense, aspects and structures. So first we clear about the tense. Ramu pustak kinisakeko थियो. थियो means the clue shows it is in past tense. So you may note here past, and after that sakeko. Sakeko shows perfect aspects. So past perfect. And according to the structure that I have written there, past perfect structure is yes plus had plus verb 3 plus object. So while translating the given sentence, Ramu pustak kinisakeko थियो, subject is Ramu. Why subject is Ramu means in any sentences what action is happening, that is not the matter, but who is making that action, that is he or she is known as a subject. So here write you first Ramu, it means subject, got here, and after that there is had. So after Ramu write there had, and now we need the verb 3. So verb 3 means here what is the main verb in Nepali? Kinu. Kinu means in English we say buy, and we need the verb 3 of buy. So the verb 3 of buy is bought. Ramu had bought pustak a book. Ramu pustak kinisakeko थियो. Ramu had bought a book. Similarly, another example that may be the final one for you. शिक्षकहरू ढिलो आउँछन्, because nowadays mostly we come late. That is another matter, but here शिक्षकहरू ढिलो आउँछन्. This is the one example for you. Aunchan means there is a chan at last, it shows it is in present tense. After that, you watch. Is here raheko, raheka, raheki, ityadi? No. Is here sakeko, sakeka, sakeki? No. Certain, uncertain time? No. Raheko, raheka, nothing is here. It means if nothing is there, then that is called simple. So present plus simple. It means it is into simple present tense. So the structure for simple present tense, either is a present simple or simple present tense. The structure is subject, V1, V5 plus object. So शिक्षकहरू ढिलो आउँछन्. In the given sentence, the subjects are teachers. Means who comes late? Teachers. So the teachers. Now we need either V1 or verb 5. So as you might have learned that with singular subject we always write verb 5. With the plural subject we always write verb 1. So teachers means शिक्षकहरू, that means plural, so we need the verb one. So आउनु in English it is said come. So verb one of come is come late. So शिक्षकहरू ढिलो आउँछन्, teachers come late. So this is the final answer for this question. In this way, if you try to translate with the help of tense, aspects and then structures, I'm sure that at first you may have little bit problem, but slowly and gradually, if you keep on implementing this, keep on studying this one, within few days you will be clear about the tense, aspects and structures, and your sentences will be the correct one. And as I told you, sometimes you may get the questions, means sentence to translate into negative or interrogative. So this is the last example on third day. Ram Ghara Jan. This is the sentence. Ram Ghara Jan, whether he goes to his home or not, that is not our problem. But we need to translate this sentence into English. That's why Ram Ghara Jan, this is into negative. And you are not able to find out in which tense is it. So, Ram Ghara Janna, what may be the affirmative of this sentence? I mean, Sakratmak of this sentence in Nepali. Ram Ghara Jancha. Jancha means present tense. Present tense, you may write here for a while to make you clear. Present, and after that, no raheko raheka taide, or eko eka nothing is there, so that is simple. So, present simple means subject, verb 1, verb 5 plus subject. Verb 1, verb 5 plus subject. So Ram Ghara Janna, it means that in affirmative, present simple, subject, verb 1, verb 5 plus subject. So in the given sentence, subject is Ram. And then Jancha, that we say in English, goes. So Sar is plural, so we need verb 5 with Ram. That's why. And so Ram goes to home, but our question is in negative. Now you can change this sentence into negative. Ram goes to home. Goes means verb 5. So you can write here Ram does not. Now change verb 5 into verb 1. Go to home. Thus, you can use the rules of translations with the help of tense, aspects and structure. So on the day of third online teaching, I have tried here to teach you about the translations using tense, aspects and structures. This is not all, only simply guidance for you so that you can enrich your speaking, listening and generally translating power. Thank you very much.